a story that I told recently where, as a department chair, I remembered coming into a department where people are used to doing what they wanted to do. And they weren't really used to diversity. They weren't used to Black people. And I knew as a young leader in that department, I could have allowed people to continue doing what they wanted to do. I could have let the same people be in power, or I could have pushed against the status quo and allowed representation and governance the way that it needed to happen in a system that was not used to operating that way. And I sat with a mentor one day and I said, either way, I'm going to lose because the people in positions of power had access that could have possibly allowed me to move to what I thought at the time, I wanted to be a university president. But if I stood up for the people in my organization, and if I really was that leader who represented them and allowed their voices to be heard and opened opportunities for diverse voices, then I was going to be beaten down figuratively for that. I knew that I would be ridiculed and humiliated and possibly not be reappointed as chair, which I was not. But I said, I've got to sleep with myself at night. These are the values that I hold dear. And at the end of my term, at the end of my time, I don't want it to be said that I compromised for a dollar or for access or for power. And it's just the moment where I had to decide who I was as a leader, who I was as a person, and say, I'm going to go against every oppressive thing in this organization, even if I'm a leader in that organization, because this is the right thing to do for my people. So it was very clearly, I saw it and I don't regret that decision, but it was hard.